Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Connor O'Reilly here, and we have just arrived in Texas for the Texas portion of the swing. And we got, obviously, James Conrad with us. And James, you're in my home state for a month. What's your favorite part about the Texas stretch?
I got a couple. The Waco tournament always kind of feels like, I know it's not our first tournament of the year, but it kind of feels like I don't know, it just makes me think like start a tour. It's always good times. A lot of us end up staying up here in the parking lot, and we kind of get like a little camper van village going.
For sure.
Catch up with all the friends from tour, and then I'm looking forward to spending a week or two in Austin. Obviously, I stayed there last winter, so it feels like a little bit like going home.
Yeah, for sure.
So always have a good time down there. Hit up the bouldering project, play some good disc golf.
James knows all about how awesome the Austin scene is, and he spent enough time there where, he knows a lot of those local spots, and he's done more exploring certain parts of Austin than I feel like I have, and I'm a lifer there. So James definitely knows Austin well, and we're excited to show you guys the Waco course. This is the Prodigy Presents Waco tournament. It's going to be the first Elite Plus of the season, and we're adding a second course this season. So we're going to show you guys the Brazos East right now, and then tomorrow we're going to be heading out to the new Lake Waco course, and I'm going to showcase that with Jake Hebenheimer, so look out for that as well. But yeah, let's cut to the action over here on hole one. Per the usual out here at Brazos East, we're going to be calling everything by the Disc Golf Pro Tour course number. So we are here on hole one, original hole 7. It's a par 3. Straight ahead, you have a gap right here that is taking probably half the time, at least for the MPO division. A lot of guys will also take the spiking hyzer, just trying to dig it into that side slope. There's an out of bounds wall on the right there that you got to avoid catching any of the stuff on the right and dropping down there. And there's also a path on the long side out of bounds here. Definitely a hole you want to birdie, give yourself a look on. It can be very wind dependent though. I feel like we just have a little bit of a shift in the wind off the left more so than the right earlier, so a lot better wind for this Chupacabra spike hyzer I'm about to play. That thing's so overstable, I can't fade left, but it is rolling. Okay. Curled backwards, I think? I don't
Crazy.
know. That was tough.
That was a good line, just up and down. I've always kind of liked the straight shot here. I feel like after 3 more holes, we go into the woods and it's all gaps. Kind of warm up with like a slightly easier gap shot on hole 1, and into the wind, throw an overstable envy into the wind. Just yeah. Like a little lazy, but even that leaves me a 30-footer, so I feel like that's kind of my mistake on this hole, and still a putt, which I like.
Yeah, the key there, even though he missed the ideal line, he kept it low enough to where he didn't have to deal with flying at OB. And I'm going to throw one gap shot just to warm up and showcase my Tour Series penny putter. Maybe I'm overcomplicating things, y'all. James teaching me things.
I'll try a high one.
Yeah, a little better forward penetrating on that one. Yeah.
We should have thrown each other shots. I think both our
we schooled each other on the adjustments. That's good. I feel like I hit a little further up, but unfortunate rollback here. Got to settle for a C2 look.
Ooh,
oh, first putt of the day. That would have been pretty sick. Come back. There we go. Give me a beneficial roll for one second.
Oh.
To be fair, we didn't warm up putt you guys, so he needed one for the adjustment.
Yeah.
That's where that penny putter landed.
So we both birdied, right? Second shot birdies?
Yeah, we're going 2 off the top. That's the Cowboy start style, so you know what? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Let's do it. Thanks, man.
Good start.
Yeah. Got the beautiful DGPT sign hanging out now. Good little addition here.
Hole 2 out here at Waco is always, it's kind of stayed the same every year we've played it. It's a pretty short, relatively speaking, par 4. The biggest hazard you have to worry about is the sidewalk and the river on the right-hand side of the fairway is OB all the way up. So the name of the game here is to pretty much just hit a good strong hyzer, keep it left to the sidewalk, and then kind of, depending on your lie, it might be a little bit of a tricky upshot, but it's usually somewhat workable if you can lay a good hyzer out down the fairway. I better not hit this guy. The lady will be mad.
Ride that hill. I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of cheated the left side a little more than I meant to there, but as long as you miss that tree in the middle, either side of the tree usually works out just fine.
You know, a lot of responsible disc golfers would say you shouldn't throw when people are anywhere near the realm of possibility of hitting, but when you're throwing a warbird, you just know it's not going to flip over right when you come out on hyzer. So I'm going to throw this disc, hit that landing zone, fight those winds. Yeah, I'm landing in a similar spot to James, but even higher, and I kind of skipped up on top. Still probably a 300-foot approach. Nothing too bad.
I'm not too far out from the pin. I have one tree that I kind of got to pick a side on. A lot of the drives end up on this left side, and then this tree that's about 60 feet short of the basket is kind of an obstacle that you either got to like flip one up inside, or you can sometimes swing one around it. So into the wind, I'm just going to kind of beat it on the left, right at the pin. Ooh, that Envy's flying stable for me today. It's all right, I'll get it dialed in soon.
Got about 280 in with a low ceiling here, and I'm elevated on this platform, so I got a little bit of extra low ceiling because of that. I'm gonna go Artemis though. Just try to hit it flat, slide up into circle 1. Oh, yeah, there's that ceiling I was talking about. Whoops. All right, see if I can show the throw-in king about a little throw-in action.
Come on.
Hold up, y'all. Almost
Good
donked
try. I almost called it and did it.
Walking the talk. Let's go, y'all.
Is that your putting putter, the bonnets or something?
Yeah, that one's a slightly softer plastic that actually flies like a little more overstable, so I use
Okay.
that one for kind of throwing.
Cool. Oh. I just need to start putting the Envy maybe.
Par's on a very birdieable hole, but we're still warming up. It's all good. We're diesel engines. The aces are gonna happen on this one.
Skip ins and
Yeah.
stuff. You forehand guy here?
No.
No.
Flat backhand with the fade. It's the way. Hold on. Sorry. Hole 3. Says 294 on the sign here, but it actually lasered at 324 feet. Playing into a headwind right now. There's a couple different options. There are some forehand gaps. There's a direct gap right at it, or there's kind of this intermediate hyzer, testing these little newly planted trees on the right and trying to just get on top of that hill, maybe skip into this basket that is for the first time ever not elevated at the Waco. There's also this crazy spike hyzer that in today's wind actually plays a little bit, but I think that's a little bit of overcomplication, like we were talking about in hole 1, but hole 1 it's a little bit more accessible, I feel like. All right, I'm gonna go slow poke spur, try to hit it with a little bit of flat angle, let it fight the wind and fade late. Yeah, a little bit inside there. Wind got me.
Line Connor was going for is my preferred on this as well. This is one of my Terras out of my bag that I like a lot. It's beaten into to where it's, I'd say, very neutral flying, pretty straight, but it's still really good in the wind. It doesn't really seem to notice the wind.
That's more the line I was looking for, and he gets the jump up the hill, yep.
Pushed it a little on the long side, but I'll take a putt from there anytime.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my mid-range. I feel like it's a short practice week, so we gotta make the most out of this practice days, and I need to see if this is a viable play in this win. Oh. Not the worst
Not
redirect.
worst, yeah. Might be good with one.
Yeah. I like the first one. Just throw it right.
Come on.
Oh! Come on.
Oh. I think I could have used 5 minutes on the putting green before we started, probably.
Now's the time. Maybe we should throw a couple putts.
It's all right. Give myself
We'll figure it out.
chances. After a quick 3 holes out in the more open side of the park, hole 4, we jump into the woods. I feel like this is one of the holes I think of when I think of Waco. It's a short par 4. Like for me, the perfect play is just like putter hyzer into a straight shot with a putter. All about the placement off the tee, hitting that initial gap and keeping yourself in the fairway to give yourself a chance on the second shot. Yeah, I love throwing putters, so this should be a fun 9.
Well, we just left the hideaway, so our putters are dialed, y'all. Beat it.
Dialed right into that tree.
That's the one that you beat that on either side on that on your money. I'm taking my Artemis, playing hyzer on fan grip, pretty firm. And I got flat on it, not hyzer. Wow, the biggest blessing ever. That's the home course kick. I ain't even from Waco though, but I'll take it.
I'll rip one more at least. It's more what I want.
I'll go horny toad. Nope, soft on that one. That's right. It's the Artemis.
You generally like stable disc on this hole or a straighter one with more hyzer?
So, yeah, I like the first one that's straighter with more hyzer, I think.
Okay.
Because I feel like you don't want to just be like fading. I think you want to like more be standing up on the.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like
you like what?
I like a stable putter that I hit really hard. Like a stable putter on hyzer.
Yeah.
It feels like it gets a really straight skip. It'll hit up there and kind of skip forward, not like a flare skip like a mid or driver might get.
Yeah.
I'm this short on the fairway. It's pretty much just play for par. There might be a really aggressive birdie chance on this shot, but that's not what I'm going for. Just try to get most of the way there, make 4 easy.
I got very fortunate to find myself left of this large tree trunk. I think as long as you can get yourself left of that, you can attack for birdie, but anything where you gotta still position yourself there, it makes it a little tough. I'm gonna go horny toad forehand, mainly because of this low ceiling that I have. Oh yeah, love it.
Nice.
The course giveth, and I take it.
Yeah. Ended up being a lot of those funny little like step back backhands for me and stuff like that on this course, which luckily I feel pretty comfortable doing, but there's sometimes really funny positions like trying to swing a backhand through just to avoid doing this.
I now know how to say Brazos, thanks to my YouTube subscribers and for always helping out, trying to make this content better and letting us know that it's not the Brazos River, y'all. It's the Brazos.
Brazos.
It's the Brazos.
Brazos.
Us,
Brazos.
not us. I'll take that 3. Woo.
Good birdie.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, course.
Yeah, I gotta capitalize when you get lucky.
Yep. Good players get lucky more. Hole 5 is not even 300 feet, but the way that the ground tears up, you got to play a pretty firm shot on likely a putter or a mid-range, depending on how you want to play it for a right-hand backhand. For me, the key is to catch just a bit of the top of that hillside, unless you want to really ace run it, and just check up for a close putt. Try to give yourself an easy birdie. I'm gonna go my Tour Series penny. Just try to get up to that top shell.
Nice. Skip.
Cool. A little bit of that slide there.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You really kind of shaped that one up there. That was nice.
Yeah, used a bit of that left side of the fairway, drug it over.
I feel like I go for something similar, but a little more line drive, I feel like.
Yeah, that's what this hole really is asking for. Oh yeah. Got the jump.
Yeah, it did. Go ahead, Press.
Yeah. And this is a Prez style hole right here, so.
He just told us he'd ace for us, so come on.
That's right, he's warming up. One more. The belief, the adjustment. Give it to us. Oh my God,
I think
he glanced the cage.
the cage.
He glanced the cage. That's a
sick.
valiant playthrough, wow. Go follow Andrew Presnell. He throws good backhand shots in the woods. So do Connor O'Reilly and James Conrad, though, and that's why we're here for the line frame. Line frame on 5. First of the round. We're warm. We had to drive a couple hours this morning, so our bodies took a little bit to adjust. We're here now.
Hole 6 out here is one of the shorter holes on the course. It's definitely one of the touchier ones also. It kind of works down the hill and slowly bends to the right. So there's a couple options here. I feel like probably the most popular option is kind of like a flick hyzer that's not too overstable, something that kind of keeps pushing a little forward as it flies. I like to throw a slightly understable putter. Yeah, I don't really have room to really throw like a full hyzer flip, so it's more of like a flat shot that you just trust will start working right as it flies down the hill.
Beauty, beat that one. Yeah, that's it.
I was close to that first tree on the left, but it's got to be close to something. It's a pretty small gap.
This one's a very 50-50 decision for me, but Megan said we're going horny toad, so I'm gonna go Whale Lord. Founders horny toad. Key is to hit it flat. Trust the stability to fade late. And like James said, I was listening. That horny toad gonna hop? I don't know. No. Yeah, you gotta have to test the tree by a few feet here, regardless of how good you throw the line. We got it though. Close one.
Another
You
one.
know what? I should throw it back in. Work on the skills. Oh, I like the height on that one.
This is about as center cut as it could be. That look just the same, nice.
That one's a little turned,
Yeah, I
but
thought it
that
might
should be circle one edge. Really.
Turned a little early maybe, but that's good.
Happy with the gap alignment.
Yeah. That was my second shot. This was my first one. Yeah, birdies.
Back-to-back line frames, y'all.
Back to
Let's
back.
go. Horny toad and nomad.
Nomad, yeah.
Let's go. 2 different ways to play it. Actually 4, and all of them were birdieable, that's for sure. Hole 7 is a very attackable par 4. I've always kind of tried to mirror my shot from hole 4, and play it here on hole 7. To me, it simplifies things game plan wise and makes you kind of be able to find a rhythm that you need to really shred a course like this. Luckily for me, I threw it bad, so I get to make an adjustment. I'm going back to the Artemis. Make sure to keep it on hyzer this time. Hit that gap, give myself a short approach that you can kind of give a healthy bit at. Try to run for eagle. A little wide still, but I kept the hyzer, and that allowed me to get through the gap to a good spot.
Nice.
Thank you.
I've always enjoyed this hole. It's definitely pretty soft, I guess I'd say, for a par 4 on tour, but it can definitely punish you if you miss, and I feel like it's one where it's a good example of like the more you try to do, the harder it gets. Like if you really keep it simple and just do a pretty basic tee shot, it feels pretty easy.
That was so well said. I really like that you said that, because that's really, I love the whole that type of hole design. You know, you can go for the eagle, but all of a sudden the big number might be there. So
right.
I like
Yeah.
And I like that shot. Working the hyzer, stand up. Yeah.
That was a little more aggressive than I meant to. It was just supposed to be kind of a pure hyzer out the gap, but ended up working out great.
Yeah, you got that height low, so the disc kept pushing straight.
If one of us choose it.
James with the $20 throw-in challenge. First one to get it, you said?
I was just saying if one of us gets it.
If one of us, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? Add a little sweetener on the pie. I'm going blue bonnet V1. Woo! Go in.
Come on. Oh, good try.
Thanks. Had a little extra gusto on that one.
Yeah. Not quite.
I was thinking James was gonna veteran play on me and say, "Oh, $20 bet." So I get all excited. I run it. He just takes his easy birdie. Takes my no death putt. Ooh.
Oh,
Dang.
close.
James just needed a hard putt to wake up on the putting green.
Yeah.
That was all he needed.
It's a scary putt that from 30 feet past the basket. You could end up all the way at the bottom of the ditch. So it's good to try hard on this.
I gotta go straddle because I got this tree kind of crowding me here. Oh, he's low. He didn't want it, y'all. Gave up a stroke. James bamboozled me.
Hole 8 always reminds me just a little bit of hole 6. It's like kind of a similar kind of distance. This might even be a little shorter and a similar size gap. So it's definitely just a little short technical straight shot. Probably the most commonly aced hole on the course. I feel like every year someone gets it. A lot of times forehand that just kind of catches the chains. But for the backhand play, I feel like the play is to just play hyzer through the gap. Maybe hit right around circle's edge and skip up towards the pin. It looks a little more lush though. I'm not sure if it's gonna quite be as skippy as usual. It's not that flippy.
Oh, watch your hit. Luckily, there was a leaning tree this winter that they cut out, so it made the gap quite a bit harder. So this is definitely looking solid, but like you said, grass is luscious, so I got to keep it on that walking path, get a little bit of ground action. I'm going Delta 2 penny putter. Maybe touch a hyzer out of the hand, let it flip late. A little flat, and it worked over, but that bush might have saved me a couple feet putting back up the hill.
Nice. Throw one more through the spot. I'm still trying to, these tee pads are bigger than what we were on last weekend. I'm trying to figure out quite where my steps go. If I want 4 feet on or only 3. I feel like 3. Just a little early still.
James just does a little extra dancing on his throw, so he has to learn the steps every week, you know, and figure them out a little more than most. Go one more with the Tour Series penny, just try to give us an entertaining shot. Overturn. If you like watching me hit trees, it's very entertaining.
It's definitely possible to find some tricky spots on this hole if you kick off to the left side. I got close enough to the pin that I can kind of just putt a layup up, but oh, a little hot. Hopefully it didn't roll.
Slow you down, but it's also going to give you a tough putt. All right, I got to fire it through this little window.
Nice.
Hey, there it is. We flip-flop strokes.
Yeah.
Oh. I slightly inadvertently put the pressure on James by counting his putt before he made it from 18 feet down the hill, 20 feet, so maybe a bit of an unintended mind game in there.
Trying to work me?
We're on the final hole of the front 9. It's kind of a quick 9 out here. All the holes flow together pretty fast, and there's not the longest holes here on the beginning of the course. This one used to be called a par 5. It doglegs to the right down there after it kind of bowls and works itself back up a little bit of a hill around Circle's Edge. It's now a par 4, and it's a difficult one. You got to throw a precise drive and then a touch up shot in order to score here. I'm gonna go Alpha Dos X, play it on a flat, the turning line out of the hand, and try to have it beat those 2 tree trunks down there.
Hurry.
Oh yeah. That's the exact line I'm looking for. Should be right there in the bottom. Let's go.
Bravo.
I took my Alpha Glow Dos X out of the bag today, y'all, and I just kept the Alpha one in because I've been throwing that one good. The Alpha Glow one I've been a little hit or miss with, so Frio's now back in my bag for select shots.
It's humid out here.
It is.
Basically gonna try to mirror Connor's shot. Not mirror, but follow. A little bit of ante out of the hand. Get right of that one big tree in the middle of the fairway. Let the disc work back.
Push right. Oh yeah, that'll work.
Didn't quite get that starting angle. It came out flat instead of, I'm just looking for like, I don't know, maybe
like
10
2
degrees.
to 3 degrees, yeah, turn, whatever it is, yeah.
Not much, but just a little bit.
A little mature golf from James.
Oop. Yeah, this hole's so specific in the landing zone that there's really, if you're not in it, you're pretty much just laying up to that landing zone, and should be an easy par from down there, or easy 4, yeah.
All right, I thought I cleared this hillside down into the bowl, but I must have got caught up by the grass or maybe by these little small trees here, and a little bit pinched. We're gonna go chupacabra, try to manufacture some kind of skip. If I can get into circle 1, that would be a big win here. Coming back with James. There we go.
That's tough.
Yeah, so specific, like he said.
Yeah, like bottom of the hill is workable, but like shy of that, it's like almost not at all.
Yeah,
It can be workable back there though, if you hyzer out.
for sure.
These are the kind of shots where I sometimes feel like I really should just throw a little forehand.
Yeah.
I'm like
I
doing an
was thinking
awkward
about that
backhand
earlier.
and it's like 90 feet away.
Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it. Yeah. Make it simple. You got that all day.
Yeah. Even though I don't have to here, I probably will one of the rounds in the tournament, so it's good practice.
Solid.
Flippier one is easier for me.
James is used to throwing forehands with his kind of catch disc, so I think that's those straight discs. I feel like you got down with the little touch forehand. I'm gonna go horny toad in the D2 plastic. Try to give it enough height to where it can maybe fade back and give it a chance, but ideally I just get through the gap and give myself a putt back at it.
Nice. Good speed control.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one more from up here.
You don't have like an entropy in the bag, do you? Or,
I don't. Not right now. I have a pyro that could work for that.
yeah, that could be.
That first NV I threw is even more stable than that second one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in there.
This left side feels way thinned out. The legendary kale come out of the vines, but I feel like isn't no longer an
Not
option.
as impressive.
Yeah. It's nice though. You're not getting maimed by being over there. You still have some obstacles to deal with though.
Yeah, totally.
We're all for some challenge, but we don't need to be gladiators on the course necessarily.
Couple pars.
Yeah.
Yeah, close out the 9.
Not a bad way to finish it. All right, that's it for the front 9. We're gonna have a couple more holes here in the woods, and then we're getting back to that open back 9 at the Beast, and we got woods shredder James Conrad with us, helping show us some lines. So
Yeah,
thank you,
it's been
James.
fun. Thanks for having me, Connor.
Sure. Absolutely.
I think I'm 4 down through 9, nothing special. A couple missed putts early.
Yeah,
you got me by 1 right now?
Yeah, I'm at 5, I believe, with our little cowboy start there, and yeah, both of us definitely have the capability of blanking out the front 9, and so do a lot of players in the field here. So it's all about being focused, getting a good warm up in, so you're ready to shred as soon as you're on the course out here.
Totally.
And
That's
hitting that
crucial.
sprint. It's a bit of a sprint out here.
Yeah, if you can rack up like 5 in a row to start, it just makes the whole day feel
And then those
different.
gaps get bigger, and
Yeah.
everything feels nice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Don't
Let's do
forget
that
to
this
like and
weekend.
subscribe, and yeah, we're dialing in the game plan. So check out the back 9 to see how we're gonna play that. Thanks, y'all.